My name is Beni, Mele, ndez. I have been in Milton for 5 years, and
And what department do you teach in?
I teach in the modern language department.
Awesome. Can you tell us about what grades you teach and like what classes you teach?
I teach Spanish. Well, I started teaching here middle school and upper school. Now I just teach upper school, and I teach the level 3, 3 honors, 4 honors, and 2, 3.
When choosing Milton, what stood out to you from other schools? When you chose Milton?
Be honest, it was close to the city. It was close to the city. It has a big campus, and I like that it was very diverse. Those are the 3 things that I did like a lot.
Can you tell us a little bit about your favorite project that you assigned?
Actually, it's that one there. This kid here, Sam Murray. This is probably about his other, who people perceive him as he was and who he would like to be. And he used this Photoshop trying to put the face of how people perceive him as a very quiet person. But then in the other part of his face, he then decides that he want to be more outspoken and things that identify with him. And photography, he did photography because it was something that he liked a lot. And he was kind of like trying to pursue that also in college, separate from other things that he would like to do. So I like these kind of projects because it helps the students start realizing who they are, what they like, and in that sense, it's like a reflection of themselves early on, because then he was a sophomore in that time, so when he started going to junior year, he can start deciding which classes he wants to take in Milton, because maybe he wants to line those up for college and be more be more helpful for him at the end. So yeah.
As a faculty member, what do you think your favorite part about teaching is here?
I think that my favorite part are the students and the accessibility we have, from whiteboards, from smart boards, from computers that the school loans to you, the spaces. Like, I like the shares that I have, because it allows me to not be the center of the class. It allows the students to be the center of the class. So I like all of that. I like the resource, let's put it in general, that you have as a teacher here that you don't have in some other places.
What is your favorite tradition here at Milton?
Let's see. I will say, so we have some at the beginning of the year. Mr. Bland throws a party for faculty, and I do like that. I do like that party for faculty at the beginning of the year, because you can see people, what they're doing, and set the tone for the new year. And I think that's something that he should do more often, and not only at the beginning of the year. I think it should start as a tradition that it goes beyond the beginning of the year, because in that way it will keep connecting faculty, and maybe do it sporadically different days of the year. We have it for Christmas, but it doesn't feel the same. I don't know. The one at the beginning of the year is someone that I like, and I was looking forward for that one.
Cool. In the dorm, how do you think you connect with students?
So I see my advicees every day. So I think that you connect with them a lot. I cook with them. We go in outings together. So I think that there are a lot of ways where you can earn the students' trust and respect, that you don't have to be so severe as some other maybe faculty that are. So there are ways that you can help them navigate problems or situations that might be uncomfortable for other ones. But it's just knowing that sometimes kids make mistakes and you have to give them a chance. And I think that they value that from a faculty. Instead of like, oh, you make this mistake, right, there is a consequence. And I think kids value when you give them a second chance, and some of them or most of them in the dorm, in my experience, have taken advantage of that, and they have earned my trust again, and because they know that the most they lost in that process is the trust of the faculty, and the way they want is to get it back. And by the way they want to get it back is, to do things right, and for a certain amount of time or until they graduate. So I think that it's just learn to be flexible with them and listen to them, and and care for them mainly.
In the language department, can you explain a little bit about the exchange programs and what your favorite part of them is?
So the exchange program, we take a group of kids to live in France with family or Spain, and then the counterparts come here for either 2 weeks or a month, depending on the exchange, and they live with families from the country where they're going. The kids are during the day with the faculty doing tours or going around the cities or different cities in where we go, and during the evenings and the weekends are there with the families. I think what I like the most is traveling with them and see kids that have never had the chance to go abroad for the first time to see things that are so marvelous or different from the US. Seeing them, for example, in France eating baguette every time that we go to a boulangerie, or seeing the contrast of culture. Like I remember one year we have a student you went and he wanted to use the bathroom, but there was no paper, and we were like, well, here's the paper. He's like, there's a bigger problem, there's no toilet seat, and then he needs to squat, and it was like he explained all that to us and we were laughing. But I think that's the best part, is when you see the students having these cultural differences and how they navigate them, and it's really interesting. I think that's good, the best part.
Cool.